I've always liked Kyler Murray when he was drafted. Always did. I remember when he came out of the draft, and he was a Riley. What was it? Lincoln Riley guy. He came from all these quarterbacks that we've seen, Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield, they all came from that Lincoln Riley trend. Lincoln Riley is the quarterback guru. He's the face of what you're looking for when it comes to an NFL quarterback. Kyler Murray, to me, you can argue, I thought he was the best one out of all of them. I think Caleb Williams could be. I think he's the most replicated Aaron Rodgers type of player. But I think Kyler Murray, even though he was small and everybody was questioning his size, he's very accurate. He's very good outside of the pocket. And his combination of his ability to skip out of a pocket and make those throws are, when he was playing at a high level in his first year, 2 years, I thought that this guy was going to be incredible. Even in fantasy sports, he was incredible his first 2 years and has fallen off. I think a lot of the reasons why is Kyler Murray on and off the field. The way he speaks in a third person. Nobody likes that. His personality when it comes to players on his team. If they don't like Kyler Murray, you know they don't like Kyler Murray. They don't even want to have a conversation about Kyler Murray when they're speaking to the media. The media asks them, and they don't even mention his name. So Kyler Murray needs to learn how to stay back and let the players be players and let him be the quarterback. Jefferson is, to me, an important piece to this organization. And this guy was breaking records. Some people were comparing his skills to Jerry Rice. I didn't say he was Jerry Rice, but they were comparing his skills to Jerry Rice. And what we've seen in the past year and a half is bad quarterback play. And I'm not saying because of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold should have been signed. Sam Darnold should have been signed by Minnesota. They should have extended him. Maybe Minnesota's in the Super Bowl last year. Maybe Minnesota becomes that explosive offensive team that we thought they were going to be the year that he had Sam Darnold there. I think their coach is on a hot seat. I think Kyler Murray is a guy that is very likable when it comes to his ability to move inside and out of the pocket and make those throws. Can Kyler Murray keep his 2 cents to himself? That's the question. What he does on a football field can be amazing. I'm not saying he's Sam Darnold. He's nothing like Sam Darnold. But his ability and his accuracy is just as good as Sam Darnold. And if he goes there, we've seen what the quarterback play has been there over the past year. Now he goes to a quarterback coach that actually knows how to coach a quarterback. Kingsbury was a great quarterback coach. He's the one who helped out Patrick Mahomes. He's the one who discovered Patrick Mahomes at Texas A&M.
Texas Tech for him.
Texas Tech.
And he also helped with Baker, too.
Yes. I think this is the type of player going over there to Minnesota that's going to be helped. His quarterback play is going to get better. Sam Darnold, when he went to Minnesota, how old was he? He was 28, going to be 29. How old is Kyler Murray right now? Just turned 29. Same age. And what happened to Sam Darnold's career when he went over there? He became a quarterback. He figured it out. Yes, he had Kyle Shanahan for 1 year. That's fine. But he went over there and became that quarterback. And now he's a Super Bowl champion. Now he has a chance that some people think in fantasy football to draft Sam Darnold because he's going to put up the numbers and he's capable of getting you 30-point weeks. I think Kyler Murray can do all those things and more than Sam Darnold can do because of his feet and the footwork that he has on a football field. I don't know how this is going to work. I do know that JJ McCarthy's time with Minnesota is done. It's done. Because if Kyler Murray has a great year, they're not going to let this guy go. They did it with Sam. They're not going to do it with Kyler. They're going to extend him. They're going to give him a contract, and he's going to be there for 3 or 4 years. They're not going to make the same mistake. And unfortunately, JJ McCarthy is the one that's going to be brushed under the rug. He's the piece of dirt. And unfortunately, because Justin Jefferson thought he was crap, I think a great fit for him would go back to the LA Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is there. That was his coach. He works under a quarterback right now that is Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, even though he plays hurt, he doesn't usually stay healthy. You have him. He plays. He'll get a chance again. Maybe he proves himself and maybe he gets another job. Or maybe eventually Justin Herbert is not the guy over there to Chargers. And they move him and they keep JJ McCarthy. We heard what Jim Harbaugh said about JJ McCarthy. He says drafting him is like not drafting Michael Jordan. So he said he thought that he can be that type of player in the NFL if he had the right coaching around him. Mike McDaniels is over there. So don't be surprised if Justin Herbert goes down this year, that J.J. McCarthy gets traded to the Chargers. I would bet my bottom dollar that's where he goes. Bet my bottom dollar. It would make a load of sense why that would happen. The problem here is he's in a position now that he can get lost. He can get lost on the sidelines. People can forget that JJ McCarthy was a 10th pick in the first round, and people are going to be questioning the situation on Minnesota. And Minnesota's coach, what's his name again?
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. He is on the hot seat. Kevin O'Connell, they have a coach right there waiting. Brian is sitting right there. He's a defensive coordinator over there. He has been accomplished defensive coordinator. They were one of the top 10 defenses in the NFL last year with all the injuries that they had. And now you have him another year, and he just got an extension. Don't be surprised if this slaps Kevin O'Connell in the face, Kyler Murray does not work out, and J.J. McCarthy was an absolute smack in the back of his head, that Kevin O'Connell gets fired before the season's end. I think Kyler Murray will work out. I think he gets an extension. I don't know if Minnesota is a Super Bowl contender, but they can absolutely slip into the playoffs with 10 wins.
You would think having a receiver of like Justin Jefferson's caliber that like as a young quarterback, you would kind of use that as a safety blanket and like try and get him the ball. But JJ McCarthy has shown like an impossible gift of not being able to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. He has like a complete ineptness to like when he's throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson of like being effective at it. So obviously Kyler Murray with all the talent in the world, if he can get the off the field stuff and injury stuff out of the way, like should win that. No problem. And obviously he has, and you got to make your big-time receiver happy. So, I mean, I could see J.J. McCarthy being a backup in San Diego or L.A. Chargers for the L.A. Chargers, and that would make a lot of sense.
Very quickly. The position that they're in and sitting back and wondering what's going to happen to J.J. McCarthy, you know damn well Jim Harbaugh is going to be on the phone with Minnesota saying, what do you want for him? We're not going to give you a first, but we'll give you a second and maybe a fifth. And we'll take J.J. McCarthy. We'll sit him on the bench. He'll be our backup quarterback. No question asked. And Justin Herbert is, again, an injury-prone quarterback. What happens if Justin breaks his finger? Last year he played with a dislocated finger.
And he also had a rib injury in his
career.
A rib
injury. I think that having J.J. McCarthy there could be another Sam Darnold. And going over there that knows Jim Harbaugh's offense, and McDaniels there who has helped younger quarterbacks out. He didn't help Tua Tagovailoa because Tua Tagovailoa was something that McDaniels didn't really even want there. I feel bad for J.J. McCarthy. They gave up on him in a year. Remember, he came off with a torn ACL. He missed his first rookie season. He goes there last year. Justin Jefferson has obviously stated his opinion on what he thinks the kid is, but you're only there on an NFL football field for 1 year. You're going to tell me right now Sam Darnold was going to turn into a Super Bowl quarterback the way he did? I mean, look at what he did with the Jets. The Jets didn't give him anything. Then he went to Carolina. Carolina didn't give him anything in the 2 years that he was there. And then what happens? He goes to San Francisco. San Francisco has weapons. They have Kyle Shanahan there that can help coach him up. And then he goes over there. Minnesota has has his best year and has a record-breaking year for Minnesota. And then he goes over there and wins a Super Bowl with Seattle. And now he's one of the best top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL that you can bet that if Seattle gets into the playoffs, you're going to bet that Sam Darnold can make that run all the way to the Super Bowl again.